Done. So we have Bhagavad Gita Chapter 9. Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Okay, chalo, let us start. Raj Guhya Yoga, the most confidential knowledge. Bhagavad Gita teaches three confidential knowledge: confidential, more confidential, and most confidential. This knowledge cannot be discovered, it cannot be found in any books in the world. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita is very special. What are the three most confidential knowledge of Bhagavad Gita? Yes, anybody? Sometimes they discuss this in the 4th chapter also. Any new students, can you figure out what are the three secrets of Gita which are not there in any other book in the world? Confidential, more confidential, most confidential.
About the soul, Prabhuji.
Yes, what are the three most confidential knowledge given in the Bhagavad Gita? So three things. Number one is that we are not the body, we are spirit soul. The first thing. How do you logically understand it? Yes, because consciousness cannot come from matter. Matter is dead. We are happy. What is happy? Atom is not happy. Atma is happy. Logical. We can understand. We are not changing. We are the same person. We have been showing you the presentations. Number one. So, but by practicing sadhana, by spiritual life, as we keep practicing, one day that will become perception for you. The second thing, which is confidential knowledge in the Bhagavad Gita, more confidential, the guhyat, guhyataram, guhyatamam. Guhyatara, the more confidential knowledge in the Bhagavad Gita. My voice is clear? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji, voice is clear.
Yes.
Okay. What is
Brilliant.
second more confidential knowledge? That Paramatma resides in everybody's heart and is knowing everything. Sat, Sat, Chit. And how do you know Paramatma is there logically? By spiritual practice, one day you will see it. But how do you know he's there logically? I have to understand logically before I invest my time. Okay, they're in the Shastra, but it should be logical also. Yes, because we feel guidance happening at every time. Somebody is guiding us. Don't do like this, do like that. That's a Paramatma. But you have to be careful also. Sometimes Marichi made the sound of Lord Rama. You know that? So similarly, mind can make a sound of the Paramatma and cheat you. I got this inspiration, I got that dream. Some people, that may be Marichi cheating you. Be careful. Is it from the Lord or is it from your mind imitating the Lord? That you do not. You have to be careful. Therefore, you always confirm it's Guru Sadhu Shastra in the beginning. Then that is more, and then is the most confidential knowledge. Most confidential knowledge is confidential, more confidential, most confidential knowledge. The Lord is giving unlimited happiness to His devotees. Ananda, Satchich Ananda. In service to the Lord, in loving the Lord, in sweet loving action to the Lord, we find unlimited happiness. That is Ananda. That is the most confidential knowledge. So what is confidential knowledge? I am not body, I am spirit soul. When you know this itself, you become very happy. Brahmabhuta prasannatma, na shochate. You don't hanker for anything. You don't cry for anything because you know you're not the body, you're spirit soul. You become very blissful, happy. When you understand the Lord personally is with you as your best friend all the time, supreme power, you become even more happy. Oh my God, somebody loves me so much. And then you can have loving exchanges with him. That gives you the most happiness, Satchit Ananda. Okay, so this is the confidential knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Among all the chapters, the 9th chapter is the sweetest chapter of the Gita. And in the 9th chapter, one shloka, Ananya Chintoyanto Mam, is the best shloka. So if you say the 18 chapter is like a garland, 9 chapter is like in the locket here, and in that locket there is a sweet diamond kept. There is the Ananyas Chintayantama shloka. Krishna says, I take care of my devotees. Okay. Bhagavad Gita is a loving exchange between a devotee and the Lord. I told you, it's a love letter from the Lord. There's nothing else. There is nothing else meaning of Bhagavad Gita. People try to figure out some other meaning. See, Hanumanji is talking to Lord Rama. What do you think? They're talking, my dear Hanuman. Oh, my dear Lord. What else you think? So similarly, Arjuna is a very exalted devotee of the Lord. What else are you expecting in that conversation except that? Nothing else. My dear devotee, my dear Lord, my dear devotee, my dear Lord. That's all. So there are Krishna glorified knowledge. He is about to reveal. He's going to talk about the confidential knowledge. Aishwarya Jnana, Krishna talks about his opulences, different kind of worshippers. And then again, as in every chapter, glories of Krishna Bhakti. Always the chapters conclude with Bhakti is greatest. Practically every chapter. Shri Bhagavana Vacha idam tute guhyatamam pravakshyami anusuyave jnana vijnana sahitam yad jnata moksha shubhat. Because you are never envious of me. Because if you are envious of somebody, suppose somebody is envious of you, would you reveal? He'll get only more irritated. Your son got a gold medal in college. Would you tell somebody who doesn't like you? What's the use? He'll feel bad about your son also. Don't talk better. So Krishna says, I don't talk to those who are envious, but because you are not envious, I shall come to know more and more opulence of God, you get more envious. Better not disturb him. I shall impart to you the most secret wisdom, knowing which you shall be relieved from the miseries of material existence. Raj Vidya, so Krishna says the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, king of all the knowledge. So Vidya. But unfortunately, this king is not studied. So we have to have separate classes additional classes, because in this, there was when Shanda and Amarka were there, teachers of Prahlad Maharaj. Today's education institutions are like that, Shanda and Amarka school, where God's soul is not taught, only how some skills to make a living, that's all. Raj Vidya. Raj Gohyam is very, very confidential. Pavitram idamuttam, it's topmost, so pavitra, so pure this knowledge. Uttamam, topmost. Pratyaksha, you can see it, not that it's always a story. You practice spiritual life, you can see whatever is spoken. Avagamam dharmam, topmost of all religion. Susukam, this very joyfully performed and is inexhaustible. So beautiful. There's a glorification of Bhagavad Gita in Gita. Gita Mahatmya in Gita. More it will come towards the end of Bhagavad Gita. Those who are not faithful on this path of devotion service cannot attain me, O conqueror, force, but return to birth and death in metal world. Anything in life requires faith. Now, faith in God doesn't easily come. Therefore, those who are there in the class have some faith. Those who have no faith, they just go away. Just comes in some gymnastics are there, nothing. The glorification of Krishna, I don't believe in him. They go away. So Shraddha takes time. How do you get Shraddha? You're putting Shraddha on something which you cannot even see. So it's not easy, Shraddha. Faith comes by association. Faith comes by unknown devotion service. Agya Sukriti. You were there somewhere, you saw an elderly person, like Srila Prabhupada was in America in the beginning, struggling for 2 years, selling his books, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. He had Bhagavatam at the time and surviving. Sometimes some people used to find him an elderly man. Say, please come, sir, have some water. Now, he doesn't know, he's just an old man. He doesn't know he's a great saint. So when you serve a saint, you get Agyat Sukriti. Without knowing, you get blessed. So some Agyat Sukriti, association, associate with some devotees. As Sangha, Sanjayati, Kama, you develop good vibrations by associating with good people. You take prasadam sometimes. Somebody says, can you come? I have brought some prasadam Tirupati. Yeah, give. We just eat a nice sweet, but you're appreciating prasadam of the Lord. You like that, you go give lift to somebody, he's going to the temple. Knowingly, unknowingly, some kind of service brings to the heart Shraddha. Okay. Ashraddha, if suppose when you are doubting, it is considered as good in this world to doubt, because we should not blindly believe anything. But if you doubt an authority, it is not a sign of intelligence. It is a sign of foolishness. You're sitting in front of a doctor, the best doctor in the world. You are suffering like anything. He says, take this medicine. Sir, doctor, I'm not able to believe you. No, that's not the sign of intelligence. That's the sign of foolishness. So doubting Krishna is not sign of intelligence, sign of madness. Mayatatam idam sarvam. And I explained to you in the the Pramanas, 4th chapter, Pratyaksha, Anumana, Shabda. Okay. Mayatatam, now this is a very difficult words of Bhagavad Gita. Please hear carefully. Mayatatam idam sarvam jagat avyakta murtina. Avyakta form, in my unmanifest form, I am pervading the whole universe. Mastani sarva bhutani, everything is situated in me, but I am not here. That means Krishna by his potency is holding the universe, but he is in the lap of Mother Yashoda in the spiritual world. Avyakta means his personality is not. See, Krishna is not playing here in Mother Yashoda. That he is doing in the spiritual world. Just like a king. His powers are running everywhere. His rules run everywhere. He's pervading by his rules, by his power everywhere. Isn't it a king? But actually he has a personal life in the palace. That's what it means. Okay? Maya tadam idam sarvam jagat avyakta. You note the word avyakta, unmanifested form, not personal form, impersonal. My energies, my powers, I am pervading everything. Mastani sarva bhutani, and thus in this way everything is situated in me, in my orders, in my laws. Hukum chalega. Every Lord orders are obeyed everywhere. But na chaham tesho vasya, but I am not here. I am in the spiritual world, playing on the lap of Mother Yashoda. And yet everything that is created does not rest in me. See? Because he in a sense, he is not here. He is in the spiritual world. Behold my mystic opulence. Pashyame yoga maishwaram. Because we cannot do this. You cannot say, I'm in the class A, but actually I'm playing with my son at home. No, you cannot do things together. You cannot do. But as an example, I give you the king. His powers are running everywhere. His rules are obeyed everywhere. But he is having his personal life. Although I am the mentor of the living entity, then although I am everywhere, still myself is the very source of creation. Understand that the mighty being growing everywhere, rest all in the sky, all created being, rest in me, in my power. O son of at the end of the millennium, all the material manifestations enter into my nature, and all the beginning of the millennium, all my potency, I create them again. So the Krishna creates in the Mahavishnu form and destroys us also. The whole cosmic order is under me, under my will, it is automatically manifested again and again. Under my will, it is annihilated at that. So this is not some poetic thing. It's a fact. The whole universe is created by the Lord. It is will. When he wants it, destroys it. Just imagine, the whole universe is under him. Oh, Dhananjay, all this work cannot bind me. I ever detach, see it as a neutral. Maya adhyakshena prakritihi. Krishna is saying, adhyakshena, the whole material nature is under me. Suyate sacharacharam, and under its will, everything is moving and non-moving is created. Hetuna anena konteya jagat viparivartate. Okay, so the whole material nature is working under me. Avajanati ma muda manusham taramasham. Krishna, when I come to this world, just like when a king comes to the jail, the king, first thing, king stays somewhere. So Krishna stays somewhere. He stays in the spiritual world with his eternal devotees in eternal pastimes. It never stops. Nitya Leela it is called. But sometimes the king has having fun outside in his palace. Sometimes he comes to the jail. He comes to the jail to see what's happening in the jail. That's the kindness of the king. Why the king comes to the jail? To see what is happening in the jail. True? And at that time, the other people in the jail, they can think, okay, another pickpocket has come. He is not pickpocket. And how to recognize he is not a prisoner like us? Because all the in charge of the jail are at his feet. And another thing, he doesn't have to follow any rule of the jail. He's free. Similarly, you see Krishna comes to this world, Indra, Brahma, everybody, all the Devi Devatas are praying to him, even before his birth, and continues through his pastime. So these are the managers of the jail. They are all praying. Interesting. Number two, he didn't have to follow any rule of the jail. If he wanted, he lifts a mountain. He can do whatever he wants. You can see by him, he is not another prisoner. But Krishna is saying, most of the people are not so intelligent. They are mudha. They are fools. Abhajanati mam mudha. Mudha means fools. Like there are so many people watching this nonsense serials. They start analyzing the character of the Lord as themselves. Baba, idiot. He is the creator. He is the supreme Lord. Why you are comparing yourself to him? Abhajanati mam mudha manushim tanum ashrita. Krishna, when I come to this world, These fools cannot understand that I am the Supreme Lord. They don't know my nature. Param Bhav, my supreme nature, they don't know. Mam Bhuta Maheswaram, I am the Lord of everybody. They don't know that. So Krishna says they are fools, Mudha. And not only that, you can see these people like making fun. He is devoting, he is worshipping. They're making, kya hai pagal aadmi. Then Krishna continues, Mogasha Moga Karmana, Mog Asha. If such people, their aspirations are finished. Moga Karmana, Moga means finished. Their activities are finished. Or, Moga Jnana, their knowledge is finished. And they attain Rakshasim Asuri nature. And Prakriti Mohinim Shata, totally deluded, attracted metal nature. They behave in this foolish way. So there is a punishment also to behave like that. So be very careful. Shishupal said something bad about the Lord, his head was cut. You want your head to be cut or what? So people just freely now, speak anything. You'll go to Naraka for that. It's very, very, very sinful to comment on the Lord. You can say, I don't understand. But any great personality, we should be careful. So suppose even the father of the nation, suppose somebody gives a statement, he's arrested. True? And people make freely statements on Lord Krishna. You should be careful. You say, I'm not studied, I'm not able to understand. That's fine. But don't make a conclusion and a negative statement. Krishna is saying everything will finish if you do that. Those are thus bewildered, attracted, demonic, and atheistic in the deluded condition, their hopes for liberation, their fruitive activity, the culture of knowledge are all defeated. Okay, the same shloka 12, the meaning here. But everybody is not like that. There are Mahatmas, to Mahampartha, Devim Prakriti, they are conducted with a spiritual energy. They feel unlimited spiritual happiness in chanting name of the Lord, thinking about Him. Bhajanti Ananyama, therefore they constantly chant the name of the Lord. Gyata Bhut Adimavya, knowing me to be the origin and cause of everything. O son of Prita, those who are not deluded, this is the same thing. Okay? Satadam Kir, such people, what do they always chant my holy name? Yatantascha Tiridabhat, and they endeavor with great determination. Namashantu Mahamakta, they keep offering obeisances to me. Nitya Yukta Upasana. In this way, they are always engaged and worship me. Okay, so how beautiful it is. So these are great souls. And here example is, we give an example of our ISKCON founder, he's Prabhupada, he's in England. He just installed Radhakrishna deity there, started a temple there with Britishers. And you see, all the devotees are dancing with it. So nice. Always chanting my glories, endeavoring great determination, bowing down before me, this great soul perpetually worship me with devotion. See how beautiful it is. But it is I who the ritual, the sacrifice, the offering to the ancestor, the healing herb, the transcendental chant. I am the butter and the fire and the offering. Krishna says, I am everything. I am the father of the universe, the mother, the support, the grandson. I am also object of knowledge, the purifier, syllable Om. I am also the Rik, Sam, and the Yajurveda, as Krishna is saying. So beautiful. Okay. These are all are Krishna's potencies. I am the father of the universe, the mother, support, the grandson, object of knowledge, the purifier, syllable Om, Rik, Sama. Okay, this was done. I am the goal, the sustainer, the master, the witness, the abode, the refuge, the most dear friend. I am the creation, relation, the base of everything, the resting place, the eternal seed. I am control, heat, rain, and drought. I am mortality. I am also death personified, both being and non-being are in me. You can read that at your leisure. Basically, Krishna says, everything is my potency. Whatever you see is moving by my potency. But people don't care. What those who study the Vedas, drink the Soma juice, seeking the heavenly planet, worship me indirectly. They take birth on the planet where they enjoy godly delight. Please be careful. Don't make sound. Those who study the Vedas, drink the Soma juice, seeking the heavenly planet, worship me indirectly. So many people, they don't directly worship the Lord. They're not so intelligent. And they want some, maybe I can go to heaven for some time. Okay. But then come down. They will move in a Ferris wheel. Going to heaven and going to spiritual world, there is a big difference. When they does enjoy heavenly pleasure, they return to the mortal planet again. They achieve only flickering happiness. Going to the spiritual world is eternal. Heaven is just a C-class jail, A-class jail, that's all. Little better jail, that's all. But not going to the kingdom of God, where you're eternally happy in your spiritual body. Heaven also your material body. You also have birth, to old age, disease, death. Just little better life. Much better than the earth. Somebody is saying America is heaven. No. America is not even compared to toilet in the heaven. 10,000 times pleasure is more. Now this verse is, I told you, the diamond verse. Ananyas chintayanto maam. It said those people who are without any diversion thinking about me. Anya, there is no other. Ananya, there is no other. Always thinking about the Lord. Correct? Anya, na anya, ananya. So there is no other desire than the service to the Lord. Ye jana paryapasit, those people without any diversion, they're constantly thinking of serving the Lord. Tesham nityabhi yuktanam, such people, I do something for them. What is that? Yoga kshema vahamyam. Whatever they have, I protect. And what they lack, I give them. It's a very, very beautiful verse. Love of Krishna to the devotees. I am the only enjoyer, the master sacrificer, therefore do not recognize the true transcendental nature, fall down. If offers me with love and devotion, a leaf, a flower, fruit, or water, I'll accept it. So Krishna is here identifying which items you can offer in Naivedya to him. You cannot offer anything and everything. Matsyam, omeletum, andam, masam is not there in the list. List is only patra, pushpa, phala, toya. That's all. Okay? So these are the 4 items which can you offer to the Lord. Patram, pusham, phalam, toyam, and milk. Krishna also used to take milk. That's it. Yeme bhakta prayachati. You can offer to with love. And Krishna says, if you offer, see, bhakti word has come repeatedly. Bhakti, bhakti. Even prayatatmana is also bhakti. So 3 times Krishna is emphasizing, with bhakti you should offer your devotion and love. Then I'll accept it. Otherwise not. So it's not easy to do love, but start. In the beginning when you offer, the love is less, but gradually your reciprocation occurs. So what say Krishna says you should offer to me? Patra, pusha. Now what are you going to lose when you offer? Items are not going to reduce. Krishna is going to eat, but everything is the same for you. You're not going to lose anything. Just you have to wait for 10 minutes. Put some tulsi leaves and request a lot. Just like at home. Suppose we discussed this in chapter 3. Suppose somebody provides you all mangoes. 100, your father comes back and he has bought box of mangoes and brings home. My dear children, Alfonso for all of you. So you will wash the mangoes, you will cut, take care. And then before eating, why don't you go to father? Papa, first one for you. Because he only brought it, no? Don't you think it's reasonable? So becoming a devotee is being a gentleman, not some special sentiment. So gentleman, Lord, thank you so much. You gave everything, all these things. We not produce these things in factories. These things are grown in the land by the seed designed by the land of the Lord, by the land designed by the Lord, by the sun and air designed by the Lord. Everything given by him. So why don't I thank him when I'm having it? This being a gentleman, that's all. Take care. So Krishna says, offer to me these things, but with love. That is very important. Then only I'll accept it. Otherwise, I'm not hungry. Okay? Patram pusham phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhakti upahartam asnami prayatatmanaha. Yat karosya dashnashi yat juhosha dadasi yat tapassasi kaunteya kurusha madarpanam. So Krishna is saying now, in broader sense, not only food, anything, whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you give away, offer and give away, dadasi. Yet whatever tapasya do, everything just do through me. Don't do detached, do through me. Okay? Yat karosya dashnashi yat juhosha dadasi yat tapasyasi kaunteya tat karusha madarpana. In this way, you'll be free from the bondage to work and its auspicious and auspicious result. With your mind fixed on me in this principle of renunciation, you will be liberated and come to me. 9.28. I envy no one, nor I am partial to anyone. I am equal to all. But whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend in me. And now I am also a friend to him. So Krishna is saying, I'm not partial to anybody. I'm equal to everybody. So he's good. But there is one but here. So once what happened, but whoever renders service to me, he's special. I'm in him and he's in me. So one king said, I cannot understand this. So Mantri said, okay, I'll explain to you. So next day when the king was walking his garden and there was a big lake he had in his garden, palace will have such thing, big lake, deep lake. So what he did first day, he threw a citizen on the lake when the king was passing. The citizens started crying, save me, save me. So king heard that. Some drama he was doing every day. So king immediately told his one soldier, please save him. So soldier jumped and brought the person out. Next day, when again the king was passing, he threw his son. Same, hey, my son! He jumped himself and brought him out. So then a minister said, did you understand? He said, what? This partiality of the Lord is not material, it is spiritual, it's natural. Okay, like Pandavas, Krishna was with the Pandavas. You can say, why is he partial? He's not partial. Pandavas are praying to him. Kauravas never prayed to him. Pandavas are obedient. They will not do anything without asking him. Kauravas never cared. When Krishna once went to Shanti Prastav, at that time Duryodhana said, where you'll stay? Why did you stay in the house of Dushasana? We will have Chapan Bhog ready for you. Then you can have nice rest in the big palace. So Krishna said, I will not come. So why? Because you do neither listen to me, neither you obey me. Why should I come? He went to Vidura's place. And Vidura's wife served him, banana. And she was in such ecstasy. She was throwing the banana, giving the leaf of banana. And Krishna was eating that. So this is where Krishna likes to go. Okay? With devotion. You may offer chapan bhog, if not devotion, Krishna will throw it away. You may offer just one banana with love, Krishna will eat it. Okay? He's a person. But you cannot cheat him. Other people, friends and all, we have party. Oh, how are you? You can cheat. Krishna, you cannot cheat. He knows whether the devotion or not. And also it is relative. When great acharyas prepare something and offer to the Lord, that prasadam is very, very, very powerful. Okay. So also everything is absolute, but there is a variety in absolute. Samoham sarva bhuteshu, the shloka which we just talked. Krishna says, I am equal to everybody. Namadveshu said, there is nobody enemy to me, nobody is friend to me. But, tu means but in Sanskrit. Ye bhajanti, but those who worship me with love and devotion, I am there, I am in their heart and they are in my heart. Okay. And Krishna's love continues. He says, apichetu sudarachara. Suppose by mistake you do some foolish activity. Bhajate mamananyavag, but you're always chanting my holy name. Sadhureva samantya. Such a person should be given a chance as a sadhu. Samyak vivisuddho isa. Try to understand this point. Just like a child is slipping and falling, and some neighbor comes and shouts, hey, he's falling. Or the mother would say, please get out, leave my child. He will soon walk. I know he'll soon walk. Don't harass him now. In the beginning of spiritual life, we keep falling back to our old habits. That's the point. Okay. So that time, don't make fun of a devotee. But a child also, not that after 50 years also, the child is slipping and falling. So similarly, in the beginning of spiritual life, we slip and fall down to our old bad habit. That should not continue. Then we are a neophyte devotee. We are devotee, but neophyte. The next verse continues, see, from 30 verse, 31st. Shipram bhavati dharmatma. Krishna is saying very soon that person will become a saint. Dharmatma. Shasha shantim negachati, and will attain lasting peace. Kaunteya pratijani, Arjuna go and declare, Name bhakta pranashati, my devotee will never perish. I know now as I'm going verse after verse, Swamiji, each verse, can you wait and explain more 10 minutes? Yes, in the level 2 we'll do that. Level 1 is an introduction course for all of you. Okay. Manavana bhamada bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mam evesha yuktevam atma namat prayana. So Krishna is saying, Manavana, always think about me. Bhamad bhakto. 4 things he's asking, the last verse of the chapter. Manavana, Krishna says, always think about me. Krishna has given mind, think about it. Bhamad bhakto, become my devotee. Madhyaji. So how do you think about Krishna? You can, what do you think about anybody? His name, his form, his qualities, his pastime, his paraphernalia. Paraphernalia means like the flute and the peacock feather. These are things you think about anybody, correct? Paraphernalia. So now, Manavana, what do you think about Krishna? Many people or many religions, there is no even idea of God. God, think about God. What do I think about God? He's very merciful. How? Do you know any pastime of the Lord? Any Leela of the Lord? But true, meditation is good. God is great. God is merciful. How? And he created the world. That's fine. They limit the definition of God as God, generator, operator, destroyer. God is much more than that. Like Ma Yashoda. She is not interested in the God God. She is interested in the sweet devotee, a sweet child who has loving pastime. She doesn't care he's God. She's not interested in that. You tell her he's the creator. I'm not interested. So she's attracted by his amazing qualities. All the residents of Vrindavan, Krishna makes them forget he's God, but they love him still because of his qualities. So the different stages. So manamana, if you want to meditate on God, today, best is the name. As you attentively chant the holy name of the Lord, the rest of the features of the Lord, this form, the pastime qualities will be revealed. That's okay. So continuously chant the name. That is a manamana. If you do that, you'll become bhakta of the Lord. I've been to so many colleges, so many years. Sometimes the students used to argue to me, why don't you just chant? Okay, I'll chant. And after 1 week, 10 days, how are you? Sir, I understood. Manvana, Bhavamad Bhakto, you become a devotee. If you just agree to chant one mala every day, you'll become a devotee. Madhyaji, Krishna says, worship me. Mam Namaskar, offer your obeisances to me. Mam Eveshis Yuktam. If you do this, certainly you come back to me. Atmanad Parayanaha. If you are thus absorbed in me, Eveshis, you will come back to the spiritual world. So Krishna is guaranteeing that anybody who does this fourth thing, Manamana, Bhavamad Bhakto, Madhyaji, Namaskuru, becoming a pure devotee, will go back to the spiritual world. Finished. Hare Krishna. Any questions on this chapter?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So,
Yeah. Hare Krishna.
okay. So I can ask the question, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
So, Prabhuji, if we do service, matlab, that we have to do something in life to become anything like to be SCA, MBA graduate, anything. So, and as we do chanting, so it's a thing that it's a spiritual practice or it's a karma yogi.
What do you want, Vez? You are interested in becoming something that is material, no? See, there is nothing spiritual.
But we have to do something for the life.
Yeah.
We cannot only chant the holy name.
So you think we are fools or what?
No,
You're
Prabhuji. You have become an engineer. That's why you are here.
You are the first intelligent person on the world. See, Krishna's instructions are practical. 8 plus 8 plus 8. First thing you do like that. 8 hours for your livelihood. That's all, not 1 minute more. 8 hours for your body rest. And 8 hours for sadhana. So there's a balance or not? You have to balance. Something you have to do, but that animal also does. Don't be proud about it. Don't be proud about it.
If we do spiritual plus materialistic, so what do you think about?
What else did I tell you? Don't you hear? I told you, 8 plus 8 plus 8. Can't you hear? I gave you 8 hours for your material life. But at that time also, when you're doing material thing, don't forget Krishna. Otherwise, you're not entitled. Just sweep the road. If any responsibility, duties create so much anxiety in you that you forget God, don't do that. You're not qualified for that job. Principally, we should remember God everywhere. Okay? So 8 hours of sadhana, you're chanting, you're reading about the Lord. 8 hours you should spend on that. 8 hours for your office work. 8 hours for sleeping. Where there is no balance? There is a balance here or not? But we do one thing. We are so much materially interested. Even though, suppose I say I'm building a big house. Why? After that, I'll burn it. Then why are you building? So similarly, we are so proud of a material life among people who are like less than pigs. What if it will become big man in this world? It will be burned one day. So balance should be there. 8 hours for material life, 8 hours for spiritual life, 8 hours for body rest. And actually, it is true. I know some of my friends, classmates, they'll work 18 hours a day. Then after that, they fall sick or they disappear to Goa somewhere and they're interested in sinful habits. So it's not sustainable also to work more than 8 hours. Correct? More than 8 hours work is a sign of Ugra Karma, this idiot civilization, where it happens like that. Previously, it was agrarian society. In that, you have a lot of time. Time and time. A very peaceful society. Because the purpose of life is attained. What's the use if you become prime minister, next life you become a dog? What is the use? And then lakhs of yonis, you're lost in an animal species, isn't it? See, we should be careful not to look for claps from fools. Your life is spoiled. We should look for clap from a gentleman. Correct? To satisfy the crowd, you will spoil your life. And at the end of the day, you're also not happy. Correct? But if you live your life in a very balanced way, your 8 hours for the body is good. So mind is engaged. Mind needs engagement. It's engaged. But with the fruit of that, karma yoga, fruit you should offer to the Lord. Not that I work 8 hours. No, that fruit should be offered to the Lord. Correct? You earn something that belongs to the Lord. Otherwise, Hanumanji is coming to burn your Lanka. Then next 8 hours, you should give rest to the body. 6 hours, roughly, people need rest on an average. Something for bathing and eating, 8 hours. Then 8 hours remaining for sadhana. Actually, we are wasting our time. We waste 2 hours in seeing cricket match. There was one of our colleague, he was distributing Bhagavad Gita outside a temple. So somebody came and asked him, somebody came, said, what is this? Said, Bhagavad Gita, why don't you take? Oh, Swamiji, fursat illa. In Kannada, that means I don't have time. He said, just stand here. Tell me how you spend your 24 hours. And after 5 minutes of analysis, his friends were all smiling and waiting. He said 3 hours he's watching TV every day. And he says, fursat illa. Correct? So actually, all of us are expert in wasting time. The sign of advanced devotees, avyartha kalatram, doesn't waste a second. Every second he dedicates for the pleasure of it.
Prabhuji, I am just telling the same thing to my friends that I am attending Bhagavad Gita classes. So out of many of my friends, anyone I'm talking to, they're saying, send me the link, I also will join the class. Look, they are not like Mudita. They are also trying to
Very nice.
want to take the knowledge.
That's good. That's good. See what happens.
And many people say that they are not getting time. So I'm just telling my Prabhuji said that you have to just get 1 hour or you have to just give it time. If you give it time, you will understand. If you will not give it, you will not understand.
I'll give you an example. I many times, there was a time I set up 5 hostels in this Mangalore area. Okay? So there's in Manipal and it is so many colleges and ITK. So the students used to stay there. And they were getting off, the rule was they have to be ready by 5 o'clock early morning. And 5 to 7, they have to chant Hare Krishna, read Bhagavad Gita, do Arati, and one pravachana. Packed 2 hours sadhana for them. Okay? That's we do 8 hours. For them only 2 hours. 75% discount. 2 hours, small sadhana for them. After that, they go to they have breakfast, they go to college and come back in the evening, 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock, they study 4 hours every day. They do the assignment and study. The result, all of them are toppers. And the teachers, college made them, the different, they have a society president, secretary of the college. They were so delighted. They're sitting in the front. Their mind is fresh. So we should not save time in the wrong place. So suppose you go to your job without eating. Don't you think what mother will say? Don't save time in the wrong place. Correct? It just takes 10 minutes. Have 2 chapatis and none. No, I don't have time. So what society is doing today, fools number 1, they're saving time in the wrong place. Now, if you say just go 50 years behind, nobody will leave the house without little puja, isn't it? They'll get in the morning, sit in the temple hall, they will arti, they'll just sit there for some time. Some people will chant some Shastra, somebody will chant Bhagavad Gita, somebody will chant Hanuman Chalisa. Wasn't it like that, our country? Isn't it? In the evening again, they will read Mahabharata, Ramayana. So beautiful it was. And what we have made now. The morning, evening, just watch TV, that's all. That's stupid TV. Passive, like a dead passive listener, just sit like a donkey. What is the advantage? Okay, so create time. So create some
Prabhuji,
time.
I think so. The Western people are the most foolish person, I think so.
Yeah, see, depends on what you want. Suppose you want to enjoy the senses, they're intelligent. Suppose you want to go to God's kingdom, then they are foolish. You have to define what is the goal. Correct? So today, the intelligence is known by how much somebody was asked, are you intelligent? He waited, he took his purse. Yes, I am intelligent. A lot of money is there. Today, intelligence means very, very intelligent person if he has money. He doesn't have money. Suppose, you have some marriage function. A poor man comes. Thief has come. We think thief has come. Poor means thief. Rich means very nice person. Very nice person. He may be crook number 1, drunkard, woman hunter. No, very nice. Very rich. So this Kali Yuga, everything is upside down. Isn't it true? Successful. He's successful. Success means having some money. And we as parents also sometimes we overemphasize this. See, look at your friend. He's in England. He's so rich. Look at other friend. He's become IAS officer. What are you doing? We just only mark of success is money and power. Isn't it? You can say, my dear child, whatever it is, you're such a nice person. So the success doesn't mean only money and power. Success means becoming a gentleman. And the greatest gentleman becomes a devotee of the Lord, isn't it? Becoming a devotee of God is just being a gentleman, developing a gratitude to the Lord. That is gentleman. What do you say? At the end of the life, suppose a child has no gratitude to his parent, what do you say? No, he's a very nice person. What nice person? He has no gratitude to his parents. What do you say? Isn't it? You say or not that? Yes,
Hare
thank
Krishna,
you.
Prabhuji.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
I have a small query regarding tomorrow. Since tomorrow is Ekadashi,
Oh,
the query is the thing is, Guruji. So I have read and watched few videos that Ekadashi Vrat should be started on Dashami, sunset of Dashami.
Don't worry. Don't have to be. See what happens. There is no limit to fine tuning it. Okay? Start with simple. Tomorrow's day, don't take grain. Okay? Some people say at the there should be no grain in my stomach when Ekadashi Tithi starts. So previous day afternoon itself the stop Dashami. Okay? Don't have to fine tune so much. Now you enter the simple Ekadashi. Okay? Which Acharya recommended. Don't take grain tomorrow. Okay? So that means we don't take rice, we don't take chapati, we don't take grain dal. Okay? We take vegetables, we take fruits. In fact, if you come to ISKCON temple, you'll be shocked. There are so many items which make out of fruits. You will not even feel you're fasting.
No, Prabhuji, actually, I'm fasting.
Actually, Ekadashi means Nirjal. Actually, real Ekadashi means Nirjal. The next is called, first is Nirjala, without Jala. Okay, some people do that. Next is Sajala. Sajala means, okay, I'll just, whenever I feel hungry, I'll just drink some water. Nirjala, Sajala. Then Safala, I'll have some fruits. So we do mostly Safala. Some devotees do Nirjala. So Safala means like fruits. And with fruits, once you say fruits, we can make even chapatis out of fruits. You know that? Some fruits are there. You get
Prabhuji. But what is the actual way, your Prabhuji? Like, is it from Ekadashi sunrise to Dwadashi sunrise, or the Dashami sunset to Dwadashi sunrise? Which is the exact way actually?
No, don't worry. On the day on Ekadashi, and the next day there is a Tithi time which has Ekadashi has to be broken. That's called Parana time. Okay, that much is enough. Okay, so start with this. On the day of Ekadashi, don't take grains, and next day you break the fast. You have to break the fast during the Parana time. There will be a time. During that time, you can break the fast. So welcome all of you to do Ekadashi. You can do one Ekadashi for Krishna. It's very pleasing. Just like on your birthday, you're very happy. On Ekadashi, Krishna is very happy. So that day, actually, the emphasis is on food. Emphasis is on chanting and more. See, I tell you, when I think about it, I think very simple. Why did Krishna said no grains? Because then no cooking will happen. If there's no cooking, suppose, ladies should get a break or not. And nowadays, government of Karnataka has given free bus ticket to them, correct? And some monthly stipend to them. Take ladies. So good. Krishna also thinks about ladies. He said, see, ladies means 3 times in a day they have to cook. Either they're working on your non-work. It's a very tough life. So Krishna says, one day in 15 days, holiday, no kitchen is locked. You're feeling hungry, eat some fruits. That's Ekadashi. Isn't it? He's thinking about ladies or not. And then you save a lot of time. Ask the ladies who are cooking, how much time goes in one time cooking. At least 1 hour, minimum 1 hour to cook, and 1 hour washing everything. 2 hours go one meal. 3 meals means minimum 6 hours are gone. Generally, even 8-9 hours are gone in a day. Imagine 8-9 hours of free. Nobody chant. We don't even shave on Ekadashi. We don't do so many things on Ekadashi just to save time. We don't cut nails on Ekadashi. We can do next day. So actually, just like, you clean the house or your room, and once in a while, you clean it nicely. We call it in our ISKCON term, Maha cleaning. Today, Maha cleaning means every nook and corner dust is clean. In the same way, we can clean our heart, especially on Ekadashi. So once in 15 days, and that day super discount sale, you get 1,000 times more blessing for everything you do. You chant, you get as good as chanting 1,000 rounds out of there. So people chant more on Ekadashi. If you come to know that, okay, I can chant 100 rounds, Some people chant whole day. Some people don't even sleep in the night of Ekadashi. The whole night they're chanting because that bonus is there today. But that is practical because next day you go to office, correct? So what you can do is begin with, my request to you, those who are not chanting, begin chanting. Something very special I can ask you. What? Come Mangalarti tomorrow. Try. To sleep early, come for Mangalarti tomorrow. 4:30 is a Mangalarti. And I think the link you have or not have, I don't know. I might request one thing, really, don't just learn to save the links. Okay? I can give you the link, but I request you save the links. Okay. So somewhere you keep these links. What happens many times? People say, oh, I don't have the link. I don't want to go. Links are shared regularly. Just save it and keep with you somewhere. Okay. Those are intelligent. Can you see this? To save this link and keep. This is a link at which temple programs happen every day, starting 4:30 to 9 o'clock daily. And there is one more interesting thing. 2 Bhagavatam class every day in the morning. One is 5:45. There is one is 8 o'clock. 2. I generally take 8 o'clock. Sometimes I don't take 8 o'clock, but 8 o'clock is where you can find me again, even after the course is over. Okay. So this is, you can join 4:30 and 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock, we chant Hare Krishna together every day, 16 malas. You can at least come for 1 or 2 malas. Even if you are late, get up, whatever time you get up, save this, and tomorrow for Ekadashi come. Something more thing on Ekadashi. We chant the whole Gita 3 times in a day. How many times? 3 times in a day. Morning 10 o'clock, whole Gita is chanted 10 to 1. Then again, it is chanted again and again 3 times. Morning is done by adults and then by children, then by youth. There are 3 preachings going on to adult children. So you can join anything. Okay? This is a link, t.lvas/temple. You will get everything. Okay? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, can I ask one question?
Yes.
Prabhuji, during the class, you were saying one line that Krishna says that I preserve what you have and I give what you lack. What is that, Prabhuji?
That's very famous thing. See, whatever you have, that's for a devotee, pure devotee. You cannot take away property for pure devotee because, see, normally persons, what they have is because of their karma, correct? You behave responsibly, so you have. Devotee, what he has is given by the Lord for his service. You cannot take it away. It's protected by the Lord. Okay? And what he doesn't have, what he needs, Krishna gives him. Now, say your karma allows you, say, 10,000 a month, okay? And you want to build a temple for Krishna. Krishna will give you 100 crores. Not for yourself, for the building the temple.
Of the temple.
Breaks the karma. Generally, people think karma is everything. Krishna can change the karma. Karma is not supreme. Krishna is supreme.
Supreme. Yes, Prabhuji.
Correct. Lord's will. Lord's will is most important. Anna? So devotee generally say your behavior was not very responsible. So what you get in a month is just 1,000 rupees in hand because you misuse more. So that's what your karma allows you. But you develop a desire. Krishna, whatever it is, I want to build a beautiful temple for you. Sincere desire. It's not for me to build a sincere temple. Okay. Here it is. Somebody comes and gives you 100 crores. You can't believe it.
Yes, Prabhuji.
But that's not for him. That's not for him. That is for building his temple.
Krishna, not for our sense gratification.
Yes. Then it's for sense gratification because then Krishna sees whether how responsible you have been in the past with money. That's your punya. See, what is punya? Punya means responsible. Now, at this time, 9 o'clock, you decided to hear Bhagavad Gita. That is punya. So you are being responsible with your time. At the same time, you can watch a cricket match or you can drink. That can even lead to papa. Correct? And so every moment we are doing either punya or papa, every moment. So based on that, we develop, a character sheet. What kind of person? Trustworthy person. You said, okay, I'll give you everything. Okay, fine.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Actually, to offer.
See, you can switch on your video when you ask question. At least the course will be over. I can see some people, those who don't want to be secret. Okay, ladies particularly may like to be secret. Fine. Yeah. Chalo, ask question. Doesn't matter. Question is more important. Huh?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yeah, like to offer tulsi leaves to Lord Krishna, there are some days we should not cut the leaves, right?
That is very advanced, Paniji. That is very, very advanced. Take care. See what happens. Tulsi is also fasting on Ekadashi. So we don't disturb her on Ekadashi. Take care, because she is also fasting. Morning and evening, she is also taking rest. We don't. That's very advanced, Pani. Take it. If you can follow, better and better. There are more you will get. If you type on the net, the Tulsi, that so much detail will be there. She is a devotee of the Lord in a form of a plant. Okay? And she's so dear to the Lord that it doesn't accept anything without her. So you always, an offering in the temple, you see, there will always be in any Vishnu temple, the Lord of Tulsi at the feet of the Lord, Tulsi on the garland. Lord loves Tulsi so much. Okay. And even you look logically, it's so sweet, so much pleasant. Tulsi, the smell. In fact, it has contains so much good for even our health. Correct? Even the smell of the Tulsi you put in a garden that comes to your house makes whole house auspicious.
Yes, Prabhu.
And so easy, how easy to serve Tulsi. Just put some water at the root. You get so much blessings. You plant a Tulsi plant. Krishna constructs a house for you in Vaikuntha. It is so auspicious, so easy. Therefore, at least, I don't know, here it's a tradition in the Mangalore area. Every Hindu house, there is a Tulsi plant. Generally, isn't it? Traditionally, always the Tulsi plant will be there. And we can, so easy to serve Tulsi. Just bow down to Tulsi. Some house in the evening, they put a diya, worship Tulsi. Very auspicious.
Yeah, okay, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Anybody else? So today we break now. Okay? Nice. This chapter was the...
आप ही नहीं आते, हम तो पहुंच जाते हैं, आप ही नहीं आते।
ठीक है। हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु। वो कह रही थी कल तुलसी तोड़ते नहीं है
क्या?
तुलसी के लिए तोड़ने नहीं है कल।
अब देखो, जनरली दशमी को पहले से ही, अब तो होगी रात, वो तो सो रही है, अभी तो नहीं तोड़ने का, तो इसलिए मार्केट से खरीद लाना। हाँ, मार्केट
से यहाँ कहाँ मिलेगा प्रभु जी, ये आपको पता नहीं, पंजाब है, यहाँ तुलसी नहीं मिलती खरीदने पे। हालांकि हमारी तुलसी इतनी बड़ी बड़ी हो गई है, पूरी घनी हुई, ऊपर भी नीचे भी, दोनों जगह।
Very nice, auspicious. When Tulsi grows, it is auspicious. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
May I ask a question, Prabhuji?
Yes, quick question.
Prabhuji, you told in a shloka that in the beginning of spiritual life, you told something regarding that our bad habits still remains. Can you please repeat what did you told?
What happens when you switch off the fan, still fan keeps running. Okay? So when you come to spiritual life, our old habits don't go away. Okay? And because of that, if suppose somebody does a foolish activity, we should not laugh at him. Give him time to cover it. Correct? Now suppose somebody is a drunkard and he starts attending, say, Gita 18 course. He gives it up, but one day, out of, weakness, he drank little. Now, don't make fun of him. Give him time. Slowly he'll come out of it. Therefore, Krishna says the next shloka, Shipram Bhavati. Very soon he'll become right because he's chanting the name of the Lord. Just wait. Very soon he'll become right. That shows Krishna's love. Okay? Okay?
Yes,
Hare
thank you.
Hare Krishna, everybody. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
प्रणाम। मम्मी जी पहुंच गए?